Hey everybody! Hi. I'm here with some
Hello.
lovely friends, and we are gonna be doing some cyberpunk lesbian crime.
Free.
Phoenix Wright, but lesbian, and
Free.
Toxic Yuri. Yeah.
Free.
Hey Ally. Hey Fawn.
Right.
And we've also found at least one corpo that Neri would let step on her.
Yeah, but I feel like she's evil. Anyway, first day of
That's
the
why
trial.
you're attracted to her.
Basically this genius roboticist was found dead in an apparent suicide, but we've been persuaded to take up the case by his android daughter, and to prove that it was not a suicide and that he was in fact murdered. We got David's contract, the CCE, counter corporate espionage. We got David's autopsy, respiratory failure. What the hell is this tox screen? Send attending physicians back to med school. Send apologies to the attending physicians. These readings are a nightmare. Sarah's papers. Is to be given absolute ownership of the android Sarah, effective immediately. Mist, you're voicing Sarah, right?
Yes.
David was a twink, wasn't he? Look at him, he's
yeah.
wearing a pearl necklace!
You want me to voice him?
He's dead.
We love another.
Oh, never
We love
mind.
He
We love
is
a
the
non-binary
victim.
icon. We love a
Never mind
non-binary
then.
icon.
Evan Dawes was the corporate guy who talked to us. Fran is our little brat, who is our hacker girl. Helen Young is our presumably evil CEO. Quasim London is our tired homicide detective who, doesn't have enough coffee for this shit.
Exact opposite vibe of Gumshoe.
Victoria Masters is our mentor.
I also don't know
That's
why I
us.
gave her the Weevil voice chat.
This is David's ex-boyfriend, who is a musician. The hotshot homicide detective with a temper.
Yeah, that'd be me.
The sleepy but very sharp prosecutor.
He's so sweet.
Yeah, that's another one of
That's another one of
Avis's
Avis's
voices.
I need to voice more.
Yeah.
The pathologist and forensic scientist who clearly shops at Hot Topic.
And Neri's into it.
Yeah, I'm into it. The android.
That would be me.
That was another
Again.
character of Avis's. And the HR
Another one
representative.
of me. Another one of me.
You voice a lot of characters in this. This is a very female-heavy cast.
I'm going to have to voice a woman, aren't I?
Yeah.
Do it.
Would it
Do
make you
twink.
happy, honey?
Yeah.
How
Does it
happy?
excite you? Going to courtrooms?
What do you mean?
You don't seem to feel the tension in the air as the audience murmurs amongst themselves?
I think the barcode is a hologram. It's like it's like a projection in like midair above her face. Like androids legally have to have their barcodes displayed.
You don't feel a fiery sense of justice rising in your gut as the prosecution smirks at your
Well, if there's a
ragtag
woman, you'll
assembly
want me
of witnesses?
If there's a woman y'all want me to voice, just say it and I'll try.
Am I thinking of, Gay's attorney too much?
Do you really think this is going to be like some kind of movie where the good guys save the day?
Probably not.
I mean, I'm literally a serial killer.
I've
What was that?
noticed. Oh, that would be nice if it were.
What's your deal, anyway? Did David train you off of a movie marathon from hell or something?
We did watch them together, if that's what you're asking. But though he was really the one who suggested it.
What the hell is the strangled dog in the background?
That's my old dog. He says hi when people come in.
So you
That's just
were
what
the
his voice sounds
aggressor.
like.
What's an android get out of watching a flick anyway?
Please don't use the word flick.
What do I get?
Why do you do it? What's your reason?
I am not sure how to answer your question.
Never mind. Forgot what I was talking to.
That's robophobic. Or
I like the performances.
Sure, there you go. Got a crush on Humphrey Bogart or something?
He's a handsome man.
He's
means
very,
yes.
very, very dead.
so Sarah's a gerontophile.
But it's not the actors I like so much as their performance. The truth is, besides father, I have very little experience when it comes to people.
I hadn't noticed.
I read the net, and I watch people, and what they share of their lives. But it's also subtle, so hard to follow. There are so many unspoken rules that cannot be taught, only learned, and I often struggle to grasp them. You're also complex, so detailed. But the characters on screen are exaggerated, larger than life. The actors enunciate. Their body language is precise and meaningful. Their faces are bright and softly lit, and their eyes are... It's fiction. So these characters and their stories, they have a beginning, a middle, and end. And the people on screen don't ask anything of you except your attention. You can't disappoint them or make them feel awkward. You can just watch and learn. But what about you, Adonai?
What about me?
Do you like movies?
Yeah, sure. Back when I was a kid.
Really? Who was your favorite director? What was your favorite film?
It was a long time ago. I don't remember.
Oh, so you are boring. Understood.
Nah. I don't remember. I really do think she's an android herself.
She might be.
Do you like the how I'm doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
I
like
love
how
it.
you're
Sarah
doing,
today.
Sarah. State building. Floor 48. Things are quieter than I expected to be. Things are quieter than I expected here at the courthouse. Though I've always felt courthouse is a bit of a misnomer. Government building is probably the best way to describe these towers. All-encompassing and impenetrably vague. 100 floors of offices, of officials and documents and paper-pushing queues, with a couple dozen courtrooms squeezed in along the way. Yeah. That does sound like a fucking courthouse. Didn't think I'd be arguing in court when I woke up today. Didn't think that my friend would be dead or that he'd have thrust an android onto my lap either. I could just walk in there and concede. Emma would be irritated, and more than a little confused, but I could play it off as an exercise in grief. The android would complain, loudly of course, but I wouldn't have to listen to it. Now that it's registered in my name, I could probably just order the damn thing to reset its memory. But I haven't done that. And I guess I don't plan to. Why? It must be because I have my suspicions as well. Sarah insists that David would never commit suicide, and I haven't actually stopped to ask myself whether or not I agree. David was rational, subdued, private, hard on himself, and not prone to emotional outbursts. So maybe that's why I'm finding myself outside a courtroom, prepared to humor and add suspicions before the state. Because I don't really believe David killed himself either. What's your progress bar at?
I can confirm that I am making progress.
Well, shit. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But it would be difficult to summarize that progress in terms of a completion percent.
Give it your best shot anyway.
4%.
Nah.
Are you feeling confident in your case?
Markedly less so after hearing that.
Do you think the judge will be amenable to your argument?
I'll be right back.
What are you talking about?
Do you know the judge we've been assigned? Are they particularly lenient or strict?
Judging by the screenshots I've seen on Steam, on the Steam Community Hub, they're a gremlin. Adjutants are always a coin flip, so...
Hmm.
You do know what an adjutant is, don't you? Are you expecting to see a bearded old man with a robe and gavel when we get in there?
Order! Order!
Like in Gay's Attorney?
Should I not?
Adjutants are android judges, okay? With all the authority that entails. Terms. Adjutant. Automated dependents that preside over trials for the state. While most adjutants are designed as sold as software and then loaded onto courthouse-specific hardware, including android bodies, they can interpret trial proceedings and render judgment based entirely on stenographer records if need be, ruling on cases in an entirely digital capacity. Reviews of adjutants by third parties have shown that they are overwhelmingly more equitable and even-handed in their sentencing by human judges. Because they cannot be bribed or intimidated, adjutants are especially preferred for cases involving organized crime or corporate misconduct. Adjutants use a 9-fold personality engram for rendering their judgments and building consensus, known as the nonary systems among software engineers. Because each of these 9 personas are constructed by a different think tank or institutions from across the political spectrum, ideological contamination in adjutant units is practically impossible. There have been a small number of reported cases where nonary processing has borne particularly enthusiastic or eccentric personas, presumably in an unorthodox, if not effective, attempt to reconcile particularly disparate opinions across their 9 constituent personalities with a single authoritative, loud voice. With the state court's backlog essentially cleared for the past half-decade, questions arose as to the continued need for adjutants to lighten the judicial system's human resource burden, but Senate Investigative Committee 74JD91 determined that removing adjutants from the legal system would be prohibitively expensive at this point. So we're getting a robot judge.
I am surprised to hear that people are willing to accept rulings made by automated dependents.
I'm guessing that the judge is going to appear less human than Sarah, because without the barcode, Sarah practically can be mistaken for human.
Why do you think I'm giving her a Vocaloid voice?
Yeah. Rulings come from landmark cases in the higher courts. Those are passed down by actual judges, real people with decades of study and experience. But not every eviction or traffic ticket that ends up in court requires years of legal expertise. Sometimes all you need is a referee and a sentencing algorithm.
Oh, androids are used to reduce caseload.
Been that way for decades.
But how was the law that replaced judges ever enforced? Wouldn't there be injunctions? Stalling?
Judges did fight it for years, at every level and in every theater. But the public lost their patience for that kind of obstruction during the 60s. The state needed to shred budgets across the board. And so judges that couldn't be replaced by years of legal battles were instead ushered into early retirement by the unrelenting force of our nation's greatest accountants.
And it's not controversial? Having machines determine sentencing for human beings?
Whatever controversy there is, it gets aimed at the machines, not at the people who put them there. And the machines can't lose sleep over it. Besides, used to be that even the most high-profile crimes wouldn't get a court date until weeks or months later. Nowadays, most crimes are prosecuted within a single business week.
Oh, so the Ace Attorney
And-
problem.
And that's not rushing things.
Keeps people in my line of work on their toes, that's for sure.
Oh, did you see how her outline quickly changed? That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who
Why don't-
changed? I didn't see. I looked away for a split.
Sarah.
Sarah's outline briefly looks like a rainbow before going back to her normal.
I'm just surprised to hear that there's so much haste.
Don't they teach you about classical conditioning in android school? You gotta feed the dog immediately after you ring the bell. If punishment doesn't follow the crime in quick succession, the lesson doesn't stick.
I see. But if adjuvants are so effective, why aren't they used in every trial? And why aren't they used in politics?
That's a logical question to ask.
But not a question I give a shit about.
Because
the
politics
answer-
were. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And the answer is...
That logic only gets you so far when it comes to people.
Doesn't everyone want the courts to be as just as possible? If adjuvants are truly impartial and incorruptible,
Oh, you sweet summer android.
Everyone
Yeah.
wants justice, sure. There
Convenient
are other
justice.
considerations to be had.
such as...
Disgust.
What?
That's all people really care about. What all their morals boil down to. Just what they do or don't find disgusting. Only problem is, everything's more palatable when viewed through a screen. So when everyone sees the world through AR and cameras and no one ever gets dirt under their fingernails, you'd be surprised what you can get away with.
Don't understand.
Yeah, well, therein lies the problem.
Do not hurt the child.
Spoken like a true serial killer.
Yep.
Is it just stuck loading?
It might be. Oh, there we go. July 1st, 2086. Courtroom 48D. Oh, hey, Emma's here. Let's save our game really quick.
Remember, if there's anyone that anyone wants me to voice, just let me know and I'll voice them.
All right.
You know, this is the perfect category to voice
Just a
Emma.
preliminary hearing, huh? You wouldn't know from the look on her face. But I shouldn't have expected any leeway once we stepped into the courtroom. Not with her.
That's the adjuvant up there. Is it asleep?
It's loading. Oh,
Oh wow,
tall lady.
she looks cool.
She looks
I
very
like the
cool.
It needs to load.
Neri, control thyself.
Don't be rude. Not every ad can afford to be decked out as extravagantly as you. Especially not those the state buys in bulk.
There's an audience.
You mean the gallery? That's nothing. It could have been a lot worse. Word of any trial in the case of David Asher's death must have spread like wildfire, even a mock trial like this one. Detectives like Reyes or London would get chewed out for leaking things to the press. But uniformed officers had little to lose and a lot to gain by dropping a text to their attentive friends in the media. Hey Curie, welcome to the stream!
Hello.
And then there's the corporate plants. Interns usually, preferably ones with modded eyes. It's illegal to film inside a courtroom, but this is
I'll be right back.
Okay. It's illegal to film inside a courtroom, but this is the year 2086. Things are gonna get out one way or another. I don't like having my face on camera. I don't like attention in general. But I'm not such a coward that I'd skip David's funeral just because there'd be paparazzi outside of it. My pretty little likeness was going to end up in the background of some tabloid photograph one way or another by the end of this circus. At least this way it's decent marketing for my legal services.
What will happen once the adjuvant finishes loading? How will the trial proceed?
With all those films you watched, I'd figure that you could extrapolate.
I was asking so as to correct any misconceptions.
Well, not everything you saw on the silver screen is outdated. The court will come to order, and there will be a clarification of the charges. The defense enters a plea, and if it's not guilty, the prosecution begins making their case.
That means calling witnesses to the stand, correct?
Mostly. Sometimes they'll testify virtually from a separate location. Depends on the security concerns surrounding the particular individual in the case.
How do you do that, then? Sit here and watch?
Not if I want to get paid. I cross-examine witnesses after the prosecution are done questioning them. I can present evidence or witnesses of my own in response, as long as I have discovery backing me.
You've said that before. Discovery means...
Avis is voicing Sarah. I'll give her a shout-out.
Am I doing that good of a job to deserve a shout-out?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you are, honey. I love you, and Varnus is very proud of his master.
Oh, he's so cute. No, actually, if you guys want to know where I'm drawing inspiration from, I'm actually taking, I believe the name is Saki Fujis. The voice provider I've had today, Miku. She's had to voice Miku in anime before.
Yeah. You mentioned you were drawing
she-
inspiration from Vocaloid.
Yeah, and especially
Perfect Curie
whenever...
says you have a cute voice.
Her voice is adorable.
No, it isn't. I can be cool as well.
Is.
Yeah, you can be cool if you want, but you're also very cute.
Just that I can't pull stuff out of my pockets and present it without any kind of context. I have to have proof that I acquired it legally during the course of my investigation. Most of the time, that means having recordings or witnesses that can verify my investigation.
Which I can provide.
You didn't think I was letting you tag along because I liked you, did you?
You're a bitch. And the jury. I don't see where they would sit.
The jury hasn't sat in the actual courtroom for years now. They have their own chambers where they watch a feed of the trial's proceedings in anonymity.
And that's not an issue. Don't people want to look someone in the eye before passing judgment on them?
Not if you're a coward. You've got an old-fashioned sense of justice, don't you? But there's no jury at a preliminary hearing anyway. It's only meant to evaluate whether or not the prosecution has enough evidence to go to trial. A mere formality in today's day and age. With tools like optics and arcs, there's never any shortage of evidence to work with.
So, all you have to do today is convince the adjutant?
Easier said than done. Adjutants lean heavily towards evidence over arguments. And right now, all the evidence suggests that David killed himself. So it's not looking good for us.
Still
Not with that
issue.
attitude.
Wouldn't it be an Ace
Still
Attorney style
issue.
game if we didn't come from behind?
Yes, but remember, you always gotta believe in your client.
If we didn't do what now?
If we didn't come from behind?
I am sure you know all about that, Morgan.
As does Miss Rockford.
I do not need to know of your two
Actually,
relationships.
as did your father.
Okay, now.
I-
Whoa. Whoa.
I
hold
do
Just
not
ask
wish to
Mr.
know.
Porter.
You had to look up his name because you forgot.
He doesn't do requests unless it's from David.
Also, look, he doesn't like ads, so he would have hated Sarah, actually.
If it's going to be an uphill battle, I can't afford to stumble. I need to focus on establishing an alternate interpretation of the facts, and it needs to be solid. But I don't have a suspect, or even a motive for killing David. Yet. Anyway,
I just realized something.
What did you just realize?
What's her skin tone?
Morgan?
No, not Morgan.
Sarah?
Yeah, what does it look like a mix of?
I don't know, what does it look like a mix of?
Sarah was meant to be like a daughter to him and his boyfriend. His
Right.
boyfriend doesn't like ads, though.
And that was probably a point of contention.
I
Wasn't talking
don't
to you,
think.
Mom.
I, however, don't think that necessarily means that his boyfriend was the murderer, though.
No.
I don't think his boyfriend was the murderer.
But I do think this might lead into helping find who killed him.
You know who I think the murderer was?
Yeah.
The lady you would let leash you?
Yes. I think it.
She
I
didn't
think it
even
was
deny
Helen
it.
Young.
Wait, no, go back to her. Dislikes waiting, dislikes working from home, dislikes shopping online.
Mm-hmm.
vice president of Android Futures, I
Mhm.
think he felt threatened by a certain android's existence.
Almost definitely.
Most definitely. Emma doesn't play nice enough for me to be anything less.
Oh,
I
you see
think
your eye
it's
color?
waking up.
This third lower court is now in session. Adjutant AD-84 presiding. I call to order the case of the people versus Ashur. Do the people wish to make an opening statement?
No, Your Honor.
No point in bothering when it's just the adjutant here.
Very well. Do the defense wish to make an opening statement?
Not at this time, Your Honor. Might as
You are
well
both
ring the
very
bell
cute.
and get this shit show start.
If neither the people nor the defense wish to make an opening statement, then it falls to me to set the stage. My model name is Adjutant. My unit designation code is AD-84. I am a machine, an automated defendant, and I serve the state representing over trial. After this booty is playing Ginkgo.
That's a name. That's a name. Holy shit.
You might find yourself wondering, why? Why are they after this? What gives the machine the right to judge him?
Varnus, can you speak up?
What gives a machine the right to judge a human? A fair question, but the answer is simple. In every culture, in every society, no matter how it is worshipped, enshrined or deified, justice has one defining quality. Justice is beautiful. Like a balanced equation, like the golden ratio, like the perfect spin of a ball, like the Vitruvian man. Justice is beautiful. What gives me the right? This gorgeous bod.
I love her. This
Had me
girl.
go.
I love
Alright,
her.
how's my voice for her, by the way?
Go a little more.
Good.
Go a little more extra. This gorgeous bod.
Had me going in the
Keep
first
my
half.
mouth
I'm not even
closed.
gonna lie to you.
Vaughn. You should be
Yes?
Paimon from to voice. You need to be Paimon from Genshin Impact.
I can't do that. I literally
Yes,
physically
you-
cannot do that. Do you want to hear my equivalent to Paimon?
Sure.
Sure. No, as in like not the pitch, more like the tone.
Yeah, more like the tone.
I literally can't. I physically cannot.
Skill issue.
Whatever.
Wait.
Forget it. Forget I
No,
said
no.
anything. I was trying to lighten the mood, but now I can see everyone hates me. Do the trial vow to me. They're guilty or whatever.
Your
Can,
Honor.
can I do a line so I can show what I mean?
Okay.
I can try.
No,
Sure, Avis,
no,
you can
I-
do a line. Your Honor.
Yes. Wait, what's the flip?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't because of the voice I
This
try to give. It
defend-
doesn't give me enough oxygen to do what you want me to do.
This defendant's already dead. Why are we doing this? Is this
Oh
a
my gosh, it's
Oh, I'm
fucking.
sorry.
is this a debug thing?
Okay.
Cause I'll log the error if I need to.
No, Your Honor, this is a preliminary hearing to determine whether David Asher did in fact commit suicide, as he
I get it. You want to make sure he wasn't cuckoo in the cranium before you cut up his will like a T-bone.
Oh,
It said that adjutants could be, eccentric.
Yeah.
Automated, independently dependent. Likes raw salmon, running water, and gymnastics. Dislikes criminals, contrarians, and pigeons.
Self-assigned as a Libra. Her type is open, obedient, observant, and O people. And of course she included her 3 sizes.
Ugh.
I'm stuck on what the hell O people are.
She's got very nice 3 sizes, too. She wasn't killing when
Yeah,
she's
but
had
you
a
don't-
gorgeous bod.
Mary,
Don't
please
about
don't
that.
gay over the robot.
Too late.
I did not realize that the adjuvants were so
Live.
lively.
There's no law against the robots, Batman.
There's no law against the robots, Batman.
But I hate you both!
I was.
But yeah,
I'm
right
trying
here,
to,
it mentions small number of cases where, they can be enthusiastic or eccentric. I think she's one of those small number of cases. They aren't. They're supposed to be austere and statuesque. Looks like we got served the most in need of repairs adjutant the court system could find. Whatever paper pusher we rushed to get this trial going must have wanted a little payback for the kindness. What's that look for? Could it be your trying to size me up?
Yeah, I definitely could not voice her.
Wouldn't dream of it, Your Honor.
What was that stutter, Morgan?
Good, because if you have doubts about my ability to run this trial, I could always just enact summary judgment here and now. I'm sure you'd find my ruling to be fair and even-handed. That won't be necessary, Your Honor. She's much more of a character than I'm used to seeing up there, even counting all the flesh and blood judges I've met. But she's still just an adjutant. She'll follow the evidence where it leads. So long as I can make a few adjustments for the occasional outbursts from the bench, my plan's still workable. So, people, shall we get started with that first witness?
Right away, Your Honor. The people call Dr. Yumi Sato to the stand.
Oh, the forensic scientist. Are you recording me? Babe, come on.
Morgan, stop sweating.
Here, keep acting neutral.
I'm gonna save. Again.
I have a perfect idea for a voice.
Ah! Why? Yeah, you can do Sato.
It's Yumi.
Huh? Hey.
So how about it, pretty lady? You swear to help to tell the whole and unadulterated truth to the best of your ability?
I do.
Good enough for me.
Dr. Sato, you were in charge of the... Pardon me, autopsy for David Asher, were you not?
I was.
And when did you make your examination?
I started last night. Technically 1 a.m. would be very early this morning.
I think you can still say last night if you're talking about 1 in the morning.
Objection. The
The defense will have their opportunities to cross-examine. Until then, they should refrain from making errant remarks.
Damn.
The hell? All I said was... Yeah, what she said! You mean sustained? Don't get cute with me, counselor. I got penalized for that? What the fuck?
I think it's
Being
but you
cute
saw how
is
big the penalty
my
was?
job!
Very minor one.
Is she crying?
Yes.
Being cute is my job.
God damn, we've barely gotten started.
It's pretty bad.
All I
Adonai.
Making mistakes will increase your blind. Blind is how much credit you'll lose for answering incorrectly when you yourself aren't controlling the ante. Blind
So there we
increments on its
Right.
own throughout the trial as the stakes get higher, but resets at the end of each day. Blind starts at and caps out at a higher number if you're playing high roller. Mind the blind number in the top left when it appears. It helps
Oh, so
you
it's kind of like
gauge-
Ace Attorney. The further you get in the trial, the more damage a wrong answer can do.
It helps you gauge
Yeah.
what you stand to lose.
and Varnus, forgive me for this, but I just imagined the judge or the adjutant sounding like Monokuma.
Yeah.
Monokuma!
We should try to avoid getting penalized in the future.
Thanks for the tip. I get it. So that was a tutorial penalization.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shake
Thanks
it
for the
off.
tip. And then I just imagine she's like, "You are welcome, Adonai."
Shake it
it's
off.
like, I hate you for that.
Shake it off. I'll get my chance to raise objections of my own soon enough.
Dr. Sato. be able
Oh,
to
wait.
do
Oh, that's Avis, dude.
that.
That's Avis.
Vargas!
Dr. Sato, were you able to determine the cause of death?
Way due to respiratory failure.
Could you explain what that means to the court?
He wasn't getting enough oxygen into his blood. By the time he arrived at the hospital, he was no longer breathing.
What does respiratory failure look like? What are the symptoms?
There would be lightheadedness, dizziness, fainting, just getting blood change around certain extremities, like the lips, the
And the dick?
no, not now. Don't walk in the fingers.
Sorry. Let me just recover first.
Oh, I guess you would
Hello,
also see it around the anus too.
I'd like to
And
point
the-
out that Morgan is a serial killer who targets women that look like Emma Rockford.
Mm-hmm.
And the condition he was in matched those symptoms?
Correct.
Also, Avis, you weren't technically wrong about that, because the color of that would match the color of David's lips.
Actually, I want to test something, Mary.
Yes?
What do you think Bevola would sound like, honestly? I want you to try voicing this character, because honestly, I imagine her having a voice like Bevola's.
You want me to read a line for Sato?
Yeah, and what you imagine Bevola to sound like.
In your experience, what are the most common causes of respiratory failure? My apologies, I'm about to yawn once again.
It can be caused by injury or disease, but the subject had no wounds or reported illnesses and otherwise appeared to be perfectly healthy.
Don't press anything. Davis, I want you to repeat this line and how you imagine Bevola sounding. I'm just curious now.
Okay.
But the subject had no wounds or reported illnesses and otherwise appeared to be perfectly healthy.
Alright, now you do it, Varnus.
The subject had no wounds or reported illnesses, and otherwise appeared to be perfectly healthy.
So
Okay.
everyone kind of imagines Vevla as sounding very slightly catty.
Okay, now you do it, LRB.
Oh, good
Harvey
lord.
doesn't know who Vevla is.
I do not.
Just read the line
don't
how
see
you
it, Mike.
think Yumi Sato would sound like.
But the subject had no wounds or reported illnesses, and otherwise appeared to be perfectly healthy. Just
There
like
we
the
go!
defense
We got
attorney
everybody's take on Yumi Sato. Let's hand it
What,
back to Varnus. Oh,
and what else?
it's
Yes,
Avis's
it is
line.
my line. It is my line, and I forgot how Emma sounds like, so I'm trying my best here. And what else could have caused respiratory failure then?
So her character traits are like sleepy, always overworking herself, but really, really sharp.
It's also commonly seen in failed drug overdoses.
Drug overdoses. Pleasant. Did you perform a tox screen on Dr. Asher?
Yes, but his tox screen came back clean. Whatever killed him, it wasn't something we've encountered before.
Wait. A clean tox screen? Clean? Wasn't he drinking... Wait. He was drinking whiskey at the time of his death.
Yeah, he was drinking something.
So how could it even
Alcohol
come
would have
back
come up in
clean?
the tox screen.
Yeah, at the very least.
Dialogue will proceed automatically during testimony, but you can still choose to advance text manually with continue. You
And
need to
plus-
read carefully and wait for the witness to make a statement that sounds wrong. Then hit the call button to call their bluff. Hover over the call button or toggle on Insight to focus on the claims within a witness statement. Insight can be disabled in settings. Testimony will loop until you call.
Yeah.
Can't let this chance slip by. I need to catch her mistake the second it comes out of her mouth.
Won't be a problem. I've seen how you stare at her lips, Morgan. Also, wouldn't the designer drug have technically come up as well?
After choosing to call on a statement, you need to respond with evidence. Look over the 3 cards that show up and confirm your card before the timer runs out.
The whiskey is what you're thinking. Boink.
It's impossible for David Asher's tox screen to be clean, and we all know it. Since he was on the camera drinking alcohol the night that he died. Ah! Oh, that makes sense. And that scared you?
She was spacing out real hard. It happens.
The witness really misspoke, Your Honor. As it plainly states in the tox report itself, Dr. Asher did have alcohol in his blood. But not at such a concentration as to be lethal.
Yeah, my bad. When I said the tox screen was clean, I just meant... You didn't tell the attending physicians anything they didn't already know.
Overall, a little more nitpicky than I like to be, but at least I was able to balance the momentum, more or less.
Shall we continue, Dr. Sato? If the tox screens are negative for pharmaceuticals and drugs, what caused Dr. Ash's respiratory failure?
During my autopsy, I analyzed his blood and was able to isolate a foreign compound.
So there was a lethal dose of a drug inside his body. It just so happens to be a drug that the hospital has never encountered before.
That's correct.
I think we're all going to get tired pretty fast if we don't at least pick a placeholder name for this substance, Your Honor. Emma?
Sorry.
Give her a second. She's probably having to deal with family. It is around that time.
Avis?
Give her a second.
Okay. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah. Well, I'm back actually.
Okay.
The people don't object, Your Honor.
In that case, I'll put all my creative heuristics to work. How the fuck is that word? Hold on, how is that pronounced?
Heuristics.
In that case, I'll put all my creative heuristics to work, coming up with an original scientific fitting name for this substance. A name like Omega, Omega-3!
That name is already taken.
Fine, call it Delta or whatever.
Delta. Using science to denote an unknown variable. Not bad.
Delta has other meanings when it comes to drugs, but yeah, our Delta matches no known public pharmacology or toxicology record. Being said, chemically, it does have all the hallmarks of a general depressant.
I know the feeling.
It stands to reason that it would exert a similar effect on the body when ingested.
You say ingested. Why?
I eliminated all other possibilities during my examination of the body. He must have swallowed it, and judging from his stomach contents, it must have been a liquid.
I'm not saying a word, but Neri knows what I'm
Thank you.
thinking.
Thank you, Dr. Sato. Shall I summarize things for the court?
Yes, please! I wasn't listening that closely! Isn't that your job?
The victim died of respiratory failure. And his tox screens show that his blood was clear of anything that could cause respiratory failure. Except for this unknown substance, the poison we've labeled a Delta.
Well, that sounds like a textbook suicide. Should we wrap it up here? Not quite, Your Honor. This may clearly be a poisoning, but there is at least one detail about this case that doesn't feel like a suicide at all. I think Young's testimony. The people shouldn't get ahead of themselves. There's nothing textbook about a supposed suicide that had a witness sitting there watching it happen.
As you say.
Well, now I'm lost. Was this poisoning a suicide or not?
If that's the case, then perhaps we should give the defense an opportunity to cross-examine. Unless they insist on testifying themselves.
How kind of you to offer. Ball's in my court now, so how do I counter? Emma's argument basically goes as follows. David ingested the Delta knowingly, and the Delta caused his respiratory failure. He died of respiratory failure, thus David committed suicide. During Blackjack, every piece of information you learn deals you a card. Choose only the questions that are logical and relevant, and only press if you think a line of questioning is worth continuing, or else you'll go bust and lose credit. Select the press option to see what the follow-up question would be. You can only win Blackjack when you reach exactly 21, so don't press further if you're already there. And don't ask the wrong questions.
So we need a 9 card, basically.
I'm a save.
Smart.
With my cross-examination, I need to put a microscope over the weakest part of that argument, and hope that some cracks will appear under the pressure.
Well, you're pretty sure it was ingested. Oh.
Well, we know it was respiratory failure. That has been established as the cause of death.
Yes.
Dr. Sato, you said that the subject had to have ingested Delta orally. But how sure can we actually be about that? The whiskey came back clean.
Right. That's a 2.
Pretty sure. I have to go into detail about all the cavities that I checked, but
How sure can we be that the subject ingested the Delta knowingly?
can't be sure of that. It's really not just from an autopsy.
Wait. He ingested the... I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
You said it must have been a liquid, yes? Would it have been a large amount?
Depends on concentration of the delivery solution. Could have been just a drop.
The kind of thing that could easily go unnoticed, yes?
Also speculation, Your Honor.
Withdrawn. Aw, man, I wanted to jump on her case.
You wanted to jump her bones, not her case.
No, I'm starting to think, are you sure Delta is to blame? Because do we know its properties besides being a depressant?
That's what I'm thinking, too. Dr. Sato, you were only able to even identify the presence of this Delta after hours of work. Can you really be sure that this never-before-seen chemical can cause respiratory failure?
At the time to run simulations, and they do give every indication that it would act as a depressant.
Ooh.
Just enough of any
Close.
depressant and respiratory failure would occur.
Fuck it, let's go gambling! You've ran simulations, so you haven't tested Delta on an actual person.
There we go!
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna go back and clip that if
It'd be
Mary
very
doesn't.
difficult to do given our extremely limited sample. To mention highly unethical.
Of course. But without such a test, you don't actually know for sure that Delta can cause any of the symptoms you've described.
Was there a question in that statement, Counselor?
You don't actually know for sure, do you?
No, not yet, anyway. I might try some later.
She would say that.
Seems like that's... Blackjack.
Blackjack.
Thank you for your time, Dr. Sato. We all appreciate it.
Oh god!
Yotomaru.
Was that a fucking
Exactly.
JoJo reference?
Yes.
I know, I was
Avis,
doing the me.
You wanna, Avis or Neri or someone else, you wanna voice her for me while I'm gone?
Avis, why don't you do it? Because, well, Avis is already doing, Sarah and Emma. I'm already doing the Judge and Morgan. Why don't you take over for her, LRB?
Sure.
But it does seem like we're still in the dark about many details regarding Dr. Asher's death. Wouldn't you say?
Well, poisoning by the compound that we're calling Delta is still the most likely explanation?
So there are other explanations for what happened.
That is calling for speculation, Your Honor.
It's not speculation when a medical examiner is attempting to explain the cause of death, Your Honor. The witness will answer the question.
Well, respiratory failure can be caused by illnesses. If he had, say, undiagnosed pneumonia or some other disease, and his respiratory system was already weakened,
Undiagnosed pneumonia. With his level of healthcare.
it is technically possible, Miss Fang.
I'll take it. I have no more questions for this witness. That felt weak, but I can't be picky when I'm stalling for time. Seeding doubt wherever I can, however I can, is just about all I can manage.
Detective Reyes, you were one of the leads in investigating this crime scene.
Oh, is this another one of your characters, Avis? It's our
Yeah.
it's our angry eye patch girl.
Oh, you mean the tomboy bottom?
Yes, ma'am. And did you interview the EMTs who first arrived on the scene? I did. They responded to an emergency signal from the home's security console, located in the kitchen. What did they find when they arrived on the scene? The victim was unconscious on the floor of his parlor. It was receiving CPR from a witness, the individual who had called him. They were both airlifted to Gatesfield Memorial Hospital, and Dr. Asher was declared dead shortly after arriving there.
She's
I know who killed him. I know who killed him.
Who?
His daughter.
You think it was Sarah?
Yeah.
Why would
Except-
Why would it be Sarah? I mean, that would be quite a twist. And I mean, since the game
Because-
already has Morgan as a killer.
Because whoever said it was of Sarah's free will.
So you think somebody gave her the order to?
And it was against her will. She was completely unaware that she did it.
Well,
She's-
it couldn't have been Morgan with what we know now.
Yeah, for once, Morgan is innocent. She's like the prime suspect every other time. But,
So I have another. Okay, this is the most crazy, wild, out there theory. David wanted Sarah to kill Young, and instead, Sarah accidentally killed David.
hmm,
I know it's very wild and out there of a theory, but it's a theory.
she's
Weirder
actually-
shit has
The Game
happened.
Fury. The Game Fury. Thanks for watching.
She's actually...
Weirder shit has happened. I mean, look at the case we just went through with Gay's attorney.
Yeah. She's actually handling herself pretty well up on the stand. I half expected her to
Handing
roll-
herself?
I half expected her to roll her eyes during the swearing in. But when you take into consideration her love for boot heel authority. She might be right at home here in the courtroom, the very seat of the state's power over the people.
The witness met with the deceased about half an hour before he fell ill. From 7:30 to 8 p.m. The two of
Yeah.
them talked for some time and shared a drink.
I love how it looks like the adjutant is just pouting back there. Or wait, is she asleep?
No, she's pouting. Shortly after, Dr. Ashes became distracted, lightheaded, and eventually non-responsive. And during the same period, drinking the same liquor, this witness exhibited no symptoms themselves? None. Though, through a collaborative effort with Noble's Electronics' security division, we searched the entire building. But we found nothing unusual in any of the food or drink on the premise, including the bottle that the witness and the deceased drank from. And what was your ultimate conclusion after investigating the scene? The whiskey bottle was clean, the witness's drink was clean.
But Asher's cup was also clean.
Only one person who got sick was Dr. Asher, drinking from a cup that he prepared. So, it was our determination that David Asher committed suicide by poisoning himself.
She's pretty tight-lipped up there, but I think she slipped up at least once. The police want to claim that they've eliminated every other possibility and covered every angle. But I know that there are a number of blind spots that they're not willing to admit to.
Of course. Because it's the cops. Oh, did I say that?
He's the one who prepared their drinks, and there was no opportunity for the witness to ever slip him something. He drank from a cup that he himself poisoned.
I see.
Thank you.
Tested inconclusive. Wanna bet?
Why is it always
Getting me
her?
the cards! This is what I imagine her like.
You can't make that claim, not when the evidence record clearly shows that tests of David Asher's cup were inconclusive.
No, you know what, Emma, would be saying? You do realize that assault on the prosecution is grounds for getting your license revoked. You do realize that, right, Morgan? Please refrain.
I mean, it could be worse. She could Francisca von Karma you.
The police can't Morgan is worse than Francisca von Karma.
True.
Yeah. The police can't claim he drank from a poisoned cup without first proving that his cup was, in fact, poisoned. You're talking a lot of sense, lady. Does it resolve? Or do you have a response, D.A. Rockford?
Testing on the deceased cup has been inconclusive so far, Your Honor. I don't dispute that. Though I would be surprised if the defense had any ideas how L poison could have been delivered to Dr. Asher alone.
Why is it my job to prove that? I'm the fucking defense! I just said that in the judge's voice, didn't I?
You
Yes.
did.
Fuck. That's right. Morgan talks more like this. Why is it my job to prove that, Ms. Rockford? I'm the fucking defense. Not at this time, but that's the funny thing about the burden of proof. It's not on the defense. She literally
Nice.
just said what I said.
Neri, are you secretly Morgan? You can tell us.
Didn't surprise
No,
me.
because then she'd have to admit to murder.
Oh, right. And I'm her
I-
legal counsel.
Yeah.
Hey Neri, what color are your bootlaces?
Purple.
Lesbian.
Yep.
Wait, what's the color of her laces mean?
Lace code.
It's,
Lace
Yeah,
code?
it's a-
Purple
it's a
laces
thing.
means
Look-
LGBT.
Didn't know that was a thing.
it's actually
It's
there's a
less of a thing now than it was.
It was more of a thing in
th-
the 80s, but some people, like myself, still do it.
that
Because you actually
The mo-
remember.
Avis finished.
the
Avis.
the most obvious example of it in pop culture is actually Spider-Punk
Yeah.
from Into the Spider-Verse, one of the two movies. But yeah, he uses lace code
Mhm.
in his design. I swear
What
on
color?
the-
Yeah.
Right. We all knew that. I definitely knew that. Is she playing fucking Nintendo Switch?
No.
She's playing a video game in the middle of the trial. Now, if the people are done bemoaning that pesky innocent until proven guilty issue, perhaps I could begin my cross-examination? Fire away, baby!
Don't tell Morgan that.
Fire away. Fire away.
Baby?
Good job, Morgan. You got the judge to be in lesbians with you.
I don't think that's very hard.
You take your aim.
Yes,
Far
it's-
away, far away. Sorry, couldn't resist.
I'd save if I were you.
Oh yeah, I would save. Let's save. Reyes' testimony is meant to show that David's the only one who could have poisoned himself. She'll be on guard and hard set against helping me, but if I keep her focus on eliminating other possibilities, I could get her to make my point for me before she even realized this is what. I could get her to make my point for me before she even realizes what's happened. We've also
Gotcha. Flustered.
We've also
Sorry, go ahead.
We've also beaten Reyes before with the Carlos case.
So the plan is to fluster the bready bottom. Got it. Sorry. Continue.
Anyone else in the building? The only people you saw on the cameras that night were Dr. Asher and this witness, correct?
Yeah, there was no footage of that in the house of anyone else.
Are there any parts of the house that aren't recorded by camera?
Sure. There's a number of rooms in the interior that don't have cameras in them.
So it's possible that there were other people there that night because cameras weren't watching every room.
No, that's not possible. The only way up to the penthouse is through the building's elevator or the fire escape stairs, both of which are on camera. And that still won't get you past his front door, which is also on camera. No one beside the two of them were there that day.
I'm gonna stay on that one because it's pretty airtight that both Young and David were the only ones there. Ever seen him poisoning himself? Detective, we've been doing a lot of assuming and reasoning in quick succession, so I'll ask this plainly for the court. Is there any photographic evidence showing David Asher adding anything to his drink that night?
No. Seems he had already poured for both of them by the time he returned to the parlor.
He had already poured. In that
Be right
case,
back.
The next question needs to be when and what. Any poison in the kitchen? Detective Reyes, during the course of your investigation, did you find any samples of Delta in the kitchen or parlor?
No.
Davis?
She read the line, it was just quiet.
Oh, I don't think your mic picked it up.
I heard.
No. LRB heard, so it's
I'm
not a mic
sorry.
issue.
That was a fast answer.
It's a skill issue.
Well, it was a pretty easy question. We have found the person that has done the crime. It'd be pretty important, don't you think?
What about in his lab? His bedroom? His basement?
No, and no. We didn't find Delta or any other unusual substance in any part of his penthouse.
Right, they never found any poison. No poison at all?
I feel like you'd have to press on that one.
I feel like I have to, yeah. At any point in the investigation, was poison found on the body of the deceased?
No.
He must have been searched. Did he have any capsules or vials? Eyedroppers?
Didn't even have his wallet on him. Why?
Thank you for enlightening the court about this point, Detective.
What point?
Well, I think it's strange, don't you, Detective? I mean, how could he have possibly poisoned himself without first procuring some poison? That is curious.
Well, what do you mean, cure?
Look at the judge back there. Babe, can I have my phone back? Can I have my phone back? Can I have my phone? Did you stick your phone up your butt?
I
Babe,
have a bottle, becomes a glass. Where'd it go? It's up my ass.
sorry, my
What's the
girlfriend is
glitch?
being a gremlin. Look at the judge back there going like, yeah, girly! Where did it come from, Detective? The poison that you're so sure was dissolved in his drink. It can't have come from thin air, you understand. It had to have been in another container at some point.
Whatever it was in before it probably evaporated.
All of it. It took only a small droplet to kill.
Fiona, are you going to ask him to keep it civil?
In a minute, sure. There wasn't any pill bottle in his bathroom or syringe in his pocket containing this apparently deadly substance. So how did he get it? What did he keep it in? The police want to claim that Dr. Asher committed suicide because they've established that his guest never had an opportunity to kill him. But they've failed to prove that the victim had the means to kill himself.
Try a sec.
Then I would get.
And guess what?
Then
it
I
is?
guess Then I guess I'll be the one to move things along.
Hey, Varnish.
Welcome back, Varn Varn.
This is so weird.
The Delta
Yes, I am.
didn't.
I'm talking about
Delta didn't.
Let Avis talk.
The Delta didn't come out of thin air, Counterpart. It didn't come from a syringe either. Dr. Asher was able to drip the poison right into his cup. Straight from the source.
I mean, you technically could do that with a syringe, too.
Shit, that's way too specific to be a bluff.
Allow me to submit into evidence Exhibit G.
This is gonna be bad.
Okay.
A piece of machinery found in Dr. Asher's laboratory. Told under the product name Nanofactorer.
Oh, I know this one! It's used in delicate scientific work to produce nanomachines, chemical compounds, and polymers. That's the same machine I saw when Dawes gave me a tour of the production floor.
Dawes, you say?
Very good, Your Honor.
Dawes is this guy.
Yeah, I'm theorizing.
But those are solving captchas like a robot.
Robot.
It's a valuable tool in any scientific laboratory, and Dr. Asher was well acquainted with its use. As a matter of fact, he had a number of presets coded into it.
Even the android can see where this is going.
With just a few taps, he can reproduce any number of specific substances for his research. Or any other chemical his heart desired, really.
You think Randock Mechanics would allow their product to be used to produce illicit chemicals?
Use of the manufacturer to make unlicensed drugs does indeed go against the terms and conditions. So, Dr. Asher's warranty is certainly null and void. They can't hard code their machines to prevent the production of a drug that hasn't been invented yet.
That's...
Dr. Asher died when his respiratory system failed because of an depressant overdose. For him, it would have been peaceful, like falling asleep. You see, you don't need to commission a synthetic drug from some street vendor, or order an exotic poison from overseas. You produce Delta at any time, from the comfort of his own home. Quick and painless death, readily available in under a minute, at the touch of a button. Specifically, resets number 19.
damn. I thought I actually had something for a moment there, but I was playing into Emma's hand the entire time.
Seems like we are done with this witness, Your Honor.
Yes,
Okay, so-
ma'am! But before we move on, perhaps we should take a moment and put together a timeline of events as we know them. Not for me, of course, just in case someone else might need it.
Right.
Simple enough. You know that Dr. Asher died, left the parlor, and went down to the basement at 7:36 p.m. That's where he got the whiskey. And the cups they drank from. The camera showed him returning to the parlor to drink with the witness at 7:40 p.m.
You ever notice that the loading symbol looks like a revolver?
Yeah.
Of course, we know that he fell ill and passed away shortly thereafter. Any objections so far, Counselor?
The timeline sounds good. Not at this time, no. The timeline you've described is accurate as we know it.
As you say. With this latest piece of evidence, we now know that Asher could have easily dispensed the poison directly into his cup. By placing it inside the nanofactorer, activating the preset, and simply waiting 2 minutes. Easily accomplished during the 4 minutes he spent off camera from 7:36 to 7:40. Didn't you say?
Ooh, a complete timeline of events! He had the means, he had the only opportunity. Seems like we're about ready to wrap up here, no? Where are we on that loading bar of yours, Sarah?
I don't know, I
had a feeling you'd say that.
Well, Counselor, are we done here?
You have to raise.
Emma's argument is missing something. Feels like we're missing at least one biggie here, folks.
Motive.
Namely, motive. Oh, right. I knew that. I wasn't getting excited to finish early or anything.
Excuse me, ma'am?
This is a preliminary hearing, Counselor. Our focus should be on the evidence, though.
Just feels like an awful waste of taxpayer dollars to get us all down here for debate and not get to the truth of the matter, you know?
So, I was hoping we wouldn't have to go through this next part.
What are you talking about?
Your Honor, if it pleases the court.
Ooh, new evidence? Gimme!
This is a recording of a phone conversation dated at 6:30 last night between the deceased and a man he was in a relationship with. A man named Isaac Porter.
Porter and David's breakup call? If Emma wants to present it here now, then the content must be relevance, Your Honor. Yeah, that's... What bearing does this recording have on the case at hand?
It establishes the emotional state the deceased was in on the day he died.
Cool! Begin playback! Varnus, do you want to be the twink?
Be the twink, Varn.
Twinkness.
Hello?
And, LRB, you be Porter.
Sure thing, boss. Always.
Always so soft-spoken.
Nice of you there.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's wrong?
Don't know. Guess I wasn't expecting you to pick up.
Why not? Did you mean to call me?
Yeah, I did. You gonna ask me how I've been?
Yeah. How have you been?
Christ, David.
Come on.
What's the matter?
Uh,
Whatever did, I'm sorry.
whatever you did? That's alright, man. I'm sure you are sorry. I just don't want any more apologies from you.
Okay.
And I don't think I want anything from you anymore, David.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have done this. This was unnecessary. My bad, man, for not taking the hints. With you, it's always better left unsaid, right? More efficient that way, so you can keep working.
Isaac, if I've been distant with you,
Varnus, could you speak up, please?
Isaac, if I've been distant with you, or
Nah, you haven't been distant with me, or cold with me, or anything with me for a while now.
Isaac,
Just forget it, man. Forget I called. Forget it all, yeah? Let's just forget we were ever anything but strangers. That's all we are now, anyway.
Isaac, recently I've been.
Nah, don't worry about it. Really, we're good.
Oh. Okay. So, do you need anything, or should I?
He's busy making a daughter for them.
Where did you even get this?
All of Dr. Ash's incoming and outgoing phone calls were recorded by the building's Penumbra system. And the recording continued for several seconds after each call has ended, for quality assurance.
Remind me to check the terms and conditions on my next phone bill.
Shall we hear the rest?
Give me a second.
Gotta be the last time. Last time I let someone. The last time.
Oh, that was such a cute little mousy, sad voice. You did that so well. It was like I could barely hear it, but it's like... It might just be a call, but it makes for pretty damning evidence at this point in the discussion. Emma's got her means, opportunity, and motive all lined up. So why is she looking at me like that? That was depressing. Can we finish up without anything else that horrible? Emma's never been apologetic in victory. So does that mean this is just pity?
Less than 2 hours before Dr. Asher died, Isaac Porter ended their relationship over the phone. The course can make a reasonable assumption what kind of mental state Dr. Asher was in last night.
That word again, assumption. That was a bad move, Miss Rockford. Then, if the people have nothing further to add, I've been feeling off my game all day, caught between...
You dick.
You've been feeling off your dick game? What?
I've been feeling off my game all day, caught between corporate inbreeders and ant-brained protesters but pitying me, here and now, that's all it takes to get my blood properly boiling.
Run, she's got a piece.
It's about time for me to call my first witness,
Oh.
no?
Oh my
Ew,
God, look at that
crazy
face.
eyes.
She is a serial killer with a vendetta against Emma Rockford. You want to keep going after that?
What are you doing, counselor?
Just calling the ultimate silver bullet, rock solid, slam dunk witness a girl could ask for.
Is it good? Doesn't matter where I put my hands.
Her? Really? We're fucked. We are
Yep.
so screwed, chat.
Yep.
Oh my god. She's the Larry Butts.
Yeah. Just get her
Some
talking long enough and
smells,
she'll
it's
save us.
usually the butts.
Miss Starling, thank you for coming here today.
Of course. Whatever I can do.
What is your relation to the deceased?
I was his executive assistant at Noble Electronics. I would arrange his meetings, coordinate communications between him and other departments. That sort of thing. Ultimate silver bullet.
Starling is the only play I have right now. The only stalling tool I have left. For now, I should just focus on getting as much information from her as possible. Whether or not it's useful, it'll at least buy me some time. While Jess was being sworn in, Sarah mentioned that the hard drive's about 60% decrypted.
Oh, okay. Now I fully remember.
Considering the rate Sarah's gone at so far, there's maybe another hour left. I might be able to stall that long, if I talk real slow. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Dr. Asher. Please answer them to the best of your ability.
Right.
Dr. Asher was a well-known public figure, but was he well regarded professionally?
Of course. Dr. Ash's work set the bar for the entire automated intelligence world.
Look how look, she's a proud daughter, okay? I mean,
Yeah.
considering she is the apex of his creation. Stay focused, Spearmint. You say you coordinated his communications. Were there ever any threats? Did people ever express an intent to harm him?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Intent? I'm feeling like that's gonna be, sustained! Did anyone ever threaten him?
There were times when he was the focus of negative attention.
How so?
Dr. Asher was a favorite subject of many conspiracy theorists. All of his contributions to the field, it's easy for them to make claims about his influence. They say his work was plagiarized, or he was hiding illegal subcommands of the technology he helped develop.
And people would contact him about these conspiracy theories?
Relevant.
Whether or not people wanted to kill him,
Withdrawn.
Ms. Starling.
People would attempt to contact him, yes. But the messages were always too vague for the police to take action on.
What are you doing, babe? Don't you dare.
They would say that he belonged to jail, or he couldn't write the truth. Or that someone should go do something to shut him up. And
They ever talk about hurting him?
yeah. But, I always send those messages straight over to the police.
Yeah, I'm seeing that on the record. Yeesh, who writes this stuff?
Those cases have long since been resolved, Your Honor. And none of the parties involved have had contact with David Asher for years. The police take harassment very seriously.
Do they?
I was about to say, does she not know perjury is a crime?
Something you'd like to add, Counselor?
Just clearing my throat. May I continue? You worked with Dr. Asher for many years. Did you have a relationship outside of work? Did you ever talk about anything besides professional concerns?
Alright, yawning. Sure, we've gone out to dinner or met on the weekends. I think he liked to pick my brain since he needs relationship advice a lot. Even if he didn't realize that's what he was asking for. I'd like to think that he knew he could talk to me, but
Did he ever talk to you, or to your knowledge anyone else, about hurting himself?
oh no, never.
Do you know of any history he might have had with mental illness? Depression? Anxiety?
No.
So when you heard the people argue that Dr. Asher had done this to himself,
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it.
you're saying that you can't believe?
Objection.
On what grounds?
Asked and answered. Stalling. And also, the people have documents that would be of interest to the court on this matter.
Juicy! And what matter specifically are you referring to?
The deceased's mental health history.
Emma wouldn't be speaking up if she didn't have something real. So what the hell is this about?
We have private correspondence that describe.
If they're private, then they should not have been obtained by the people without his permission.
We can't give permission if he's already dead. And we're well within our rights to obtain evidence as it pertains to his crime.
Convincing! Damn. I didn't honestly expect to stop her from admitting her evidence into the record, but I was hoping to at least slow her. Where are you on that footage?
77%. Approximately.
Shh. I need to buy whatever time I can, however I can. Even if that means running out the clock as a punching bag.
I have here messages between Dr. Asher and a psychiatrist he's been meeting with and speaking to for the past year. Along with paperwork detailing how his treatment was covered under his Platinum plan.
Platinum?
I don't intend to.
He didn't have a platinum plan. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't intend to air all of Dr. Ash's secrets here in court.
Just most of them.
Oh, okay, I guess. She wanted to hear all of Dr. Asher's secrets.
Yeah, all the juicy secrets.
But I am prepared to read excerpts from messages and transcripts from phone calls, which, when put together, paints a clear picture of the kind of stress Dr. David Asher was experiencing. And the dark thoughts he was struggling with.
That's you, Neri.
Transcripts of his phone calls.
I'll admit them into evidence, assuming there are no objections.
I'm a raise on this. I'll gladly object. On the grounds of foundation. Where did you say you got this?
It was retrieved from his digital records. There's no reason to doubt their authenticity.
Even if I were to point out that David had an executive level 4 plan, not a platinum plan?
What?
Hmm.
Really?
Really? Yes, really.
For
It's all
real?
there in the record.
This is... That is easily explained. David had an executive plan that Noble managed for him. And he was also seeing his psychiatrist, both in person and over the phone. Your own witnesses have attested that he... Can I finish the sentence?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
That he dealt with stalkers and was worried about his privacy. So it's easy enough to reason that he had his own separate insurance policy that he paid on his own. Or even if only to keep one thing out of Noble's grasp.
Sure, easy enough to make that assumption, but that doesn't make it correct. David used a separate insurance to hide the psychiatrist from Noble's spying. Platinum plan, Starling's testimony, the nanofacturer.
What you thinking?
No, he was smarter than that. I'm thinking recorded calls. David may very well have wanted a private psychiatrist. Someone who didn't work for Noble, who'd have his best interests at heart. But if so, he wouldn't have contacted them over the phone. Not when he knew all his phone calls were being recorded.
Right.
David Asher was well versed in having every aspect of his life overanalyzed by data-hungry parasites. Do you really think he would try and hide mental health problems from them with a second insurance policy?
Apparently yes, since I'm standing here with evidence that shows exactly that.
Does it, though?
Pardon me.
Yeah, like, what exactly are you suggesting, counselor? Still not done decrypting?
Well, it is difficult to...
Right. What the hell? Might as well swing for the fences at this point. I'm not trying to muddle the issue or confuse the court, Your Honor. And I would never make outlandish, unsubstantiated claims just for the sake of causing drama.
That was a call
That's a
out.
fucking lie.
So that was a fucking lie.
What are you?
I'm merely concerned that D.A. Rockford has been an unwitting pawn in an act of corporate espionage. What?
Huh? What?
If the markets were to open Monday with people believing that David Asher, the man who programmed the brain of every mobile android, was battling mental health issues for the last several months?
Objection. Mischaracterization. Foundation. All of the rest. There's no corporate spies in this courtroom, Counselor. And there are no boogeymen hiding under the bench.
Oh, thank God. David Asher was a once-in-a-generation intellect and an extremely valuable human asset to his employers. And his employers' many enemies would do whatever it takes to destroy his credibility now that he can't defend himself.
And he was also your person. You shouldn't even be here arguing this case in the first place, Counselor. Now you're trying to call the police's evidence gathering into question. All because you can't admit, for the past several months, your friend has been seeing a psychiatrist every Monday and you didn't know.
That is...
Damn.
Sorry, but like, did you still need me up here?
The witness will refrain from interrupting when girls are fighting! That is beautiful!
Screenshot taken. We have to make this into a meme.
Yep.
Oh, God.
That's gonna end up on YouTube.
Mary's laughing so hard that she's choking. Yes, ma'am.
With how my luck's been so far, Sarah's progress bar is probably moving backwards right about now. And Emma's patience is wearing thin. This could be my last shot to create any kind of reasonable doubt. I'd be happy to wrap up my questioning if the court would allow. That seems cool with me.
And my evidence, Your Honor. Will it be entered into the record?
I'd like to hear a bit more testimony before deciding.
That's fine, Your Honor.
As you were.
As you were.
Oh, that's you.
As you were, Counselor.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it's at, I can probably only ask one more question. Better make it count. So what can Starling tell us that no one else could? If she hadn't called me this morning, I wouldn't be standing here, and she only did that because... Miss Starling, we're all gathered here to try and figure out what happened to Dr. Asher last night. So please tell us, when exactly did he last contact you? When was the last time you had contact with Dr. Asher, Miss Starling?
Well, that's pretty easy to figure out. Let me just... Yeah, it was... last night at 6:57. He texted back and forth. There are some records of some texts, but they're all flagged as work-related. Does the court really think that they're relevant, Your Honor?
Relevant.
I feel like you got a raise on that one.
The texting makes a big difference. It could very well be the single most important piece of evidence in this whole trial.
What?
I just got chills. Don't know why, though.
Wait. She actually has eyes underneath it.
Yeah, she
Wasn't expecting
does.
that.
She has lifted up her blinder once before, and when she leans
I think-
forward, you can see through her blinder at her eyes. Also, at her profile.
I think she literally has 4 eyes, so that she uses 2 of them at times to focus on her gaming instead, though, and then 2 they're supposed to be focused on
Yeah.
the court.
Also,
case,
you
but
can
she's not
totally
actually
see
doing
in her
that.
profile picture that that she does have eyes under her like visor.
All right.
I kind
Well,
of
let's
like
hurry
it.
up because remember, Avis has to go to bed soon.
I kind of like that design. It's like it's like, you know, a sleeping mask, and it sort of goes in with the whole justice is blind thing.
Right. Alright.
Must be cool and sleek. The defense doesn't know what they're talking about.
On the contrary, these texts are a vital piece of evidence that changed the timeline of events as we know them. We know what happened to David Asher last night, generally speaking, but the order of events is critical, especially if Emma wants to make claims about David's state of mind. Select and place cards from your hand into the slots in chronological order, left to right. You can pick a card back up and place it in another slot if you change your mind, or use return to undo the last card you placed down. Fill all the slots to submit your answer.
Okay.
Do you like how I'm doing Emma's voice?
I
I like
do
all the
like how
voices
you're doing
done
Emma's
so far
voice.
on.
I do, yeah.
It's like I'm
Okay.
kind of trying to get the effect of still soft-spoken and tired, but kind of like a viper waiting to strike.
So,
So Isaac's call is
was
first.
was first because that was at 6:30. This was at 6:57, so that came after. Then we would have Young's testimony, as she was the last person to see him alive.
And then David passing out would have to be last.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. Thanks to Miss Starling, we've now got a much clearer picture of the night's events. We know that Isaac Porter and David Asher broke up at 6:30 p.m. And I was rooting for them so hard!
Ally droid?
Ally droid! And we know that
Implying
Dave...
she isn't LGBTQ herself.
She might be a Fujo. She strikes me as a Fujo.
She strikes me as a bi droid.
She does. She's probably Pan. And
Pan
we know-
droid.
Yeah.
Pan droid! And we know that David messaged his assistant, Miss Starling, at 6:57 p.m. David is on camera with the witness from 7:30 to 8 p.m. And he was declared dead not long after.
So people don't object to that timeline of events. But we do question Councillor Morgan's reason for belaboring it.
One last question, Miss Starling.
Yeah.
What was the nature of your conversation with Dr. Asher?
Actually, we talked about you.
What?
and how he wanted you to have his android. That's android. Putting his affairs in order, I guess.
Okay.
Yes, you stupid.
Ugh.
That actually hurts us. It
A
might
lot.
appear that way. Can you specify what his instructions were exactly? How did he want this done?
Well, he wanted me to bring you to his penthouse and help you get set up as the android's new owner.
I was hoping that text would help us, but that kind of bit us in the ass. Yes, Miss
But it
Starling.
also seems to have been the correct option.
But when did he want this to happen?
Well, he said that it was pretty urgent and I should do it first thing Tuesday morning.
Which means he intended to live to at least then.
Tuesday?
First thing Tuesday morning. David Asher didn't like doing anything on Mondays. And was he going to be in attendance?
Well, actually, yeah, he said he would work from home to help us. No way he intended for us to have that much trouble getting to... Oh. Oh!
To summarize then, half an hour after he had already had his breakup, and half an hour before his guest had arrived, he was planning an appointment that would require his presence with you for next Tuesday.
That's right, he did.
But if he pops up dead early, that means there's no way he could have or would have done himself in.
Not something you would think to do if you were planning on dying that very night.
Yeah, you're right. That's...
Your Honor, if David Asher was preparing for the week ahead a mere hour before he passed away, don't you think the people's assumptions about his mental state ought to be re-examined?
That's...
Your logic is sound. Do the people have a rebuttal?
If the court would just allow a moment.
Sounds like an opening to me. If we assume that Dr. Asher was not suicidal, and therefore did not kill himself, we must then ask ourselves who else had the means, motive, and opportunity to take his life. Until now, we've taken for granted this idea that the Delta must have come from his nanofacturer, from inside the house.
I don't know.
Not right
Not
now.
right now.
No, this is me. Not
Sure.
right now. She's saying she's done. But even if that's true, which it may not be, that doesn't mean that he was the one who used the nanofacturer.
I don't know.
Would you allow me one moment to confer, Your Honor? Sure, why not throw away your momentum? I'm in the middle of something, Sarah. I can't afford to let Rockford...
I gained access to the hard drive's files.
What? Seriously?
As I said, progress on this type of encryption is exponential. It can be difficult to estimate.
Right. Okay. Do you have the footage from last night?
I have the file.
Have you watched it?
I thought you'd want to know straight away.
Suppose it doesn't matter. Either this has our silver bullet and we've got a case, or it doesn't and everything falls apart.
It seems quite risky.
It's the least risky path to victory we have, seeing how it's the only path to victory we have. Screw it. Upload it to the court computer.
Yes, Adonai.
Thank you for your patience, Your Honor.
She's asleep.
Your Honor.
I'm awake! And I'm getting a pretty hefty chunk of video data for breakfast.
You're submitting security footage into evidence. New security footage.
The police corroborated the witness's testimony using the house's cameras. Security cameras installed by Noble as part of the penumbra system that showed the parlor, the kitchen, but not the basement. During the course of my investigation, I uncovered a hidden security circuit buried in the deceased's own home system.
You... what?
People say that the Delta must have been in Dr. Asher's cup because there's no other way for him to have ingested it. But we never saw him or anyone else put anything in his cup on camera.
Because he must have poisoned his own drink off camera.
Exactly.
What?
That's the only possible explanation. That he added the Delta to his drink off camera. He placed his cup inside the nanofacturer, activated it, waited 2 minutes, and then walked upstairs to his death. I mean, we could have kept going with the appointment angle. I would have trusted that more than this.
Well, yeah.
But I'm about to present the court footage retrieved from his basement. Footage that will show that by the time he retrieved the cups in the basement, it was already past 7:38. Meaning he didn't have the opportunity to poison himself.
It's so hard to stay
One
up.
clip of footage will prove all that? If it doesn't,
I
I'm
have a bad
completely
feeling.
screwed. But it's not like I can lose a preliminary hearing extra hard. Anything other than a royal flush here means I'm bust. So better to be the Joker who dances. The data has been entered into the court record. Sarah, show us when Dr. Asher entered the basement.
Yes, Adonai. I'll search for it now.
This realize
Here.
Khalid looks a lot like her.
On screen. That's the bar, and the timestamp is 7:36. There. David's grabbing the bottle of Rose River and leaving.
At 7:37.
Just under the wire, as it were.
That's Avis's line there.
Is that it then? I came this far just to... Wait.
Hold up.
Did he have the cups with him?
Is there a sound?
None at all! Keep going. If he had to go back to get the cups...
Counselor? What is that?
Barnes called it?
It's at the bar. The android gave him the cups.
Shit. Shit.
That machine never stepped on camera upstairs. Not even once. We don't know its whereabouts on the day of his death. It could have poisoned the cups whenever it wanted.
Shit. Shit.
What is this? I don't understand.
Your Honor? Have the courtroom cleared.
That
That
was
was Emma
Emma
there.
again.
Oh, that was Emma, sorry. Go for it.
It's fine. Continue.
I thought it was Morgan because the camera was on Morgan. Understood.
Wait,
Please, someone. I don't know what's going on.
Sarah, you need to shut down.
Please tell me what I'm looking at. I don't remember any of this. Do we have colors available?
Sarah, shut down now!
I don't die. Please tell me what I...
That's an order!
so wait, Varnus, didn't you say something similar to that?
You
Yes.
predicted it, you motherfucker. We keep predicting it! Is it
I
off?
present the most out there theory, and it was the right one.
Well, we don't know for certain.
It's off.
It,
I've seen this
I
before.
speak.
It won't do anything until I reactivate it.
don't know that. I don't know anything about this thing anymore,
That's...
Your Honor. In light of the most recent evidence, the people would like to withdraw the charges against Dr. Asher and end this preliminary hearing. It has been made abundantly clear that Dr. David Asher did not commit suicide.
Very well, the charges are withdrawn and the defendant is free to go. Well, as free as he can be in the afterlife. This case is dismissed. Congratulations, Counselor Morgan!
You won it at what cost?
Yay. Chalk up another victory from Morgan Esquire. Now all I have to do is deal with the shitstorm of the decade.
So me and Neri predicted the first thing. Varnus predicts this.
Yeah, completely.
What the?
Well,
Alright, well, Nary,
yes?
Avis has to go to sleep.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Midnight. It's midnight.
Okay. So we ending for the night?
Up to you,
Yeah,
but I
that's what
won't
I'm
be around.
thinking. And then either Friday or next week we can continue.
Okay. Well, this Friday, I'm going to be at a concert.
I don't have
So
class
next
next Monday.
I'll see what my work schedule is for this upcoming week.
Okay. So, you know who? I'm gonna send you all to Doc Vivi Leandra, who is currently playing Against the Storm. Doesn't that sound like fun? She is a very, very cool cyborg VTuber, and you should send her all the love and support in the world because she is great. So everybody, this is where I'm gonna leave you for the night. As always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, be good to Doc Vivi. Always, always, always believe in your client, even if your client is an android that may have poisoned a robotics genius. And
I'm still shocked Varnus called that.
yeah, and as always, be gay, do crime, and I'll see you all next time.
Night.
Later.